King of Sports, New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Welcome, everybody. New Japan Strong returns. We're on the Showdown Tour, and no better place to be with Alex Kozlov and myself, Kevin Kelly, here with you. Kenta will defend the rights holder certificate for the future U.S. Heavyweight Championship shot here this week against David Finlay. Finlay earned this shot by eliminating Kenta just a few weeks ago.
I mean, will this be David Finlay's time? Will he be able to overcome the sneakiest wrestler in the world in Kenta?
We've seen everything that Kenta has done to try to hold on to that contract, and we'll find out what happens here in our main event. But we're going to kick off the hour with tag team action and a rematch as we head to the ring.
Oh my God, was that a 3? Tama Tonga, so confident, so cocky.
PJ Black will not be denied. No, wait a minute, look at this.
Wow, incredible.
Fred Rosser, belly to belly suplex.
Wow. I feel like we're watching 2 wild cards.
Ooh, and that was a hard shot. Now he's got it!
Kenta has a briefcase with a contract inside that I really want.
David Finlay eliminated Kenta. Kenta just grabbed a hold of that briefcase, the right certificate holder for the future IWGP US Heavyweight Championship match. He'll do anything he can to keep it. Oh! One more time.
This is nuts. How fast the tides have turned.
Opening match, tag team 15分一本勝負を行います。
And we kick off with tag team action. What an hour, and we thank you once again for joining us here on New Japan Strong. Final night of Showdown. What a main event. Tag team action to kick us off. So another chance here to look at the twins. Kozlov, how would you rate them in terms of tag team acumen?
Well, I gotta say that the Sterling twins have really, turned head.
You mean the Regal twins?
The Logan brothers.
Logan Regal and Sterling Regal. The Regal twins.
The Regal twins, yes. No, they're an exciting duo. Are they twins?
Yes, they're twins. See, there's a confirmation. The ring announcer, he would never lie. We got a little tag team rivalry, I think, starting here. A rematch from a few weeks ago where the Regal twins were victorious. And we'll see what happens in the rematch. Another opportunity for one of your personal favorites, Clark Connors. In fact, 2 of your personal favorites.
Yes, I mean,
his tag team partner you love.
The DKC is in the house, and the captain, Clark Connors, owning the ring as he does when he comes into the ring. Kevin, you know what I love about Clark Connors is the way that he enters that ring. He owns that ring. For a moment, the Sterling brothers were nowhere to be seen for a moment.
Yeah, the Regal twins were on the outside. So we'll see what happens here. A tag team rematch with our big main event, Kenta versus David Finlay.
Oh, my God. You know, we've been on the road to Showdown. We have arrived to the Showdown.
Bell sounds and we are underway, and the action will be hot and heavy. Plus, we've got singles matches coming up, a rematch of a tag team encounter we saw not too long ago. Rocky Romero one-on-one versus Russ Taylor, and Jeff Cobb against J.R. Kratos.
Oh, my God. J.R. Kratos, the monster versus the Olympian that is Jeff Cobb. Can't wait.
Back leg trip. That is Logan Regal.
I don't know how you do that.
Well, it's, again, you know, you've got to you get a chance to talk to the athletes. I know you spend a lot of time with Bullet Club and you hang out with those guys. Occasionally you give some audience to Rocky.
I mean, look, you tried to get to know a little bit of Filthy Lawler. How did that work out for you?
Not
Are
so
you
good.
feeling good about that?
No, he called me out, called me a stooge.
You should be careful who you try to communicate with.
Regal trying to shoot the single leg. Clark cuts him off. Again, a lot of mat work at the LA dojo. When you're training at the LA dojo, it's not just simply professional wrestling, catch-as-catch-can style. You're learning all phases, including amateur.
Yeah, you're learning everything. You're pushing your body to the physical limit. I mean, can you imagine doing 700 squats a day, you know, and et cetera, et cetera. It's no joke.
Oh, and Sterling comes flying in with the DKC tagged in as well. Waistlock takedown for the DKC, who has a vast martial arts background. And Sterling trying to cradle him up and back to a vertical base. Do you know the DKC is also a painter?
Oh, yeah, I had caught a glimpse of one of the paintings. I'm quite impressed.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, it's amazing. Multi-talented individual.
Sterling Regal, of course, had spent some time recently on an excursion over in the UK. It gave each of the brothers an opportunity to compete as singles for the first time in their careers. Sterling with the pass-through, and DKC takes him over with the head scissors.
Oh, and a high drop kick by the DKC. Charges him in the corner with a hard clothesline.
So DKC now taking over here on Sterling Regal, our tag team rematch. And the DKC hoping for a different outcome.
Ooh.
This time. Sterling catches him with the boot. And now goes to sit on the top rope.
Wow.
Blockbuster, nice job. Thought he was going crossbody, instead leapt over the DKC. Took him down.
Great precision.
So both Sterling and Logan Regal said that while their time apart was great and beneficial, getting back together as a tag team is exactly what they want to do here in New Japan and on New Japan Strong.
Oh, I'm sure they've missed each other.
And the wheelbarrow, head scissors into the Hurricane Rana.
Beautiful tag team work by the Logan twins, and now they're going to fly, and here they go with double crossbody to the outside. These boys are in shape.
Yeah, they definitely are. Crashing down on top of the DKC and Clark Connors. And now to the cover, hook the leg tight, and a kick out at 2. We'll have an announcement later on about the next tour coming up here on New Japan Strong, and that'll get underway next week.
Good tag team work by the Logan twins by isolating their opponent. The DKC's partner, Clark Connors, is nowhere to be seen still.
Also want to take time to wish everybody in the United States a happy Thanksgiving coming up this week.
Yes, no, that's one of my favorite holidays. You know, you get to eat the turkey, the mashed potatoes with a little bit of cranberry. Love it.
How'd you guys celebrate? Did you celebrate a Thanksgiving over in Russia?
No, it's not something that I remember in my days in the Soviet Union, but it was one thing that I've definitely embraced living here in America.
So the DKC getting taken advantage of now by the Regal twins. And a touch here. He'll be declared legal. That is Sterling, who is now legal, and a double suplex. But the DKC trying to block, just too much strength on the side of the Regal twins. They take him over with a double suplex. Another cover. Will this be it? Clark Connors comes in to break it up.
Clark Connors is not afraid. Did you see that stare down? It's like the captain does what he wants. I love his attitude.
And it's got to be frustrating for him right now to be trapped on the outside of the ring while his partner is being taken apart here by the Regal twins.
5 minutes.
Well, the twins are definitely in full control. They have been for the last 5 minutes, it seems like. Working on the stomach of the DKC. Great tag team work.
They have controlled the pace here, and they've kept the DKC rooted close to their corner. And now a double team chance here. No.
Able to leap forward and tag to Clark Connors. Things are about to get strong.
Swing and a miss. Goes for the back suplex. Again, the side headlock. Change of direction.
Oh, and takes him over with a tackle.
Lions break crown, tournament winner Clark Connors catches him with the elbow in the corner.
Knife, this is the epitome of a knife-edge chop. Stomping away at the Logan twin, knocking the other off the apron.
Yeah, the Regal twins on the receiving end here from Clark Connors. Swing and a miss.
Are we gonna see it? Oh!
Back to his football roots, the defensive captain drilling him with the spear too and a kick out.
Oh wow! I did not see a kick out on that. God, when you see Clark Connors in the ring, the intensity that he brings, it's quite fascinating.
Now trying the full Boston Crab. And can he turn Regal over here? Let's see. No. Gets free. Kicks Clark Connors away.
Snap German suplex. Even in the odds for the team.
All right, so both men are down. Each need a tag. Sterling ready to get tagged in by Logan. Clark will reach out and hopefully get to the DKC, but he's not going to make
so
it.
So close, but no cigar.
Kozlov, that could be a huge turning point in this match.
No, absolutely. I mean, the Regal twins are in full control right now. Both of them are in the ring. They're about to do a double slam on Clark Connors. Would this be it?
Two, and the DKC is in the house and in the ring to break up the pin.
You can see the frustration on DKC's face. Oh, and a hard high kick to the face of the twin.
All right, so Clark now will finally be able to execute that tag. The DKC really came to his partner's aid there. And look at this now.
Powers him onto his shoulders.
How about that doomsday device? The DKC is going to get the victory. No, the drop kick breakup of the pin.
Clark Connors didn't have enough energy to guard the pin as he's still recuperating from the damage that he's taking. All four men are down. Who will get the upper hand? Who will win this match? Will it be the captain? Will it be the twinsies?
Out goes Clark Connors. The DKC is the legal man. So Logan catches him with a boot in the midsection. Here we go again. This is how they won the first time, but hold on a second. Clark Connors with the spear. Breaks up the double team. Crucifix bomb. And now the tag. So Clark Connors coming to the aid. Up in the torture rack here. Drives him stomach first. And the legal man, Clark Connors. Oh, look at the dive for the DKC. Meanwhile, full Boston Crab. Sterling reaching out for the ropes. He's still got a long way to go. Logan trying to get free of the DKC.
He gets his partner trying to reach to make the break, but DKC got him in a submission of his own. And it is it, folks.
Time, 9 minutes and 6 seconds. Here are your winners, the DKC and Clark.
So even though the Regal twins have much more tag team experience than the DKC and Clark Connors, DKC and Clark were able to get the win.
I think that speaks volumes of the DKC and Clark Connors. I mean, it's very impressive to beat a tag team that's been a tag team for so long.
And one of the Regals there taking exception to his brother being kicked out of the ring. But the captain owns the ring, Kozlov. You said it. And now their record is 1-1. Both the DKC and Clark Connors came to each other's aid when the time was needed. And that's how we get this hour underway. What a great tag team match.
Great way to start Showdown.
Our main event, David Finlay versus Kenta. Rights certificate for the future U.S. heavyweight title shot is on the line here in the hour.
第2試合15分一本勝負を行います。
Well, a little chance for get back, a little chance for revenge for Rocky Romero here. Russ Taylor took great exception to Rocky Romero when they teamed way back on Lions Break Collision. And we hadn't seen Russ Taylor in quite some time, but reemerged to be a thorn in the side of Rocky Romero when in a tag team match with JR Kratos against Rocky and Jeff Cobb. Now singles matches between those 4 men here tonight.
Now Russ Taylor, you know, you see him as a very calm and collected, very zen-like man. I mean, what is it about Rocky that got him off his hinges?
See, that's an assumption on your part. You're assuming that Rocky was the one who caused the bad blood. It was Russ Taylor who was the aggressor.
Well, look, I can only go from experience, you know. I'm going from personal experience. It's always Rocky.
Always Rocky's fault. Well, of course, Russ Taylor and JR Kratos both were cornermen for Team Filthy, for Filthy Tom Lawler in his win over Fred Rosser. But Rocky Romero, the most decorated junior heavyweight tag team wrestler of all time, 8 different reigns with 3 different partners, will look to show Russ Taylor that he's not some step-over boy here.
Definitely. I mean, Rocky has been around for so long. He definitely has the experience advantage over Russ Taylor.
You had told me that you grew up in Russia watching Rocky Romero matches.
Yes, and I mean, I still remember it was at a point when Rocky still had just 1 gray hair on his beard.
So Rocky Romero will look to get even here with Russ Taylor. Bad blood is a brewing here on New Japan Strong.
You know, I'm going to choose to live vicariously through Russ Taylor on this one. I'll, you know, all the things that I've wanted to express to Rocky, I'll let Taylor do that talking.
Russ Taylor getting checked by the referees, tremendous technical wrestler. But as is Rocky Romero, who can bring all kinds of different styles, whether it's lucha influence or strong style influence or great mat grappling.
No, absolutely. Rocky is an all-around guy. There's no question about that. Will he be able to get the win over a very polished wrestler that is Russ Taylor?
Each will look for openings here. I anticipate a cautious start. Neither man wanting to leave themselves open for a counterattack.
They're filling each other out in the beginning minutes here.
Rocky trapping the single leg. Russ driving Rocky back to the corner. It is Rust, by the way, R-U-S-T.
Like Rusty?
Like Rusty.
Ooh. That was a fancy little roll-up. Startled Rust on that one. Oh, now he's keeping his hands behind his back, playing a little mind games.
Notice Rocky trying to keep his eyes on Taylor's chest and rolling through.
Now, things that Russ Taylor needs to watch out for in Rocky Romero is Rocky's very good at picking you apart, you know, limb by limb, whether it's the leg or the arm.
Collar and elbow tie up. Each man trying to use leverage here. Rocky spins around. Another call for a clean break. The king of sneaky style may not go clean break, but Russ Taylor taking matters into his own hands and wrapping the arm around the top rope.
Look how tight he's got the hammerlock over the rope. That definitely don't feel good. You know, for the last couple of minutes, these men have really been feeling each other out. You're right, they are being cautious at the same time.
So Rocky here now will be wary of Rust going after the left arm. Fakes high, goes low, takes the single leg, back leg trip from Rocky Romero, and drops his weight down on the left leg of Russ Taylor.
That's the thing that Russ needed to watch out for. You know, Rocky already beginning to work on the leg of Russ Taylor. I mean, Russ Taylor's one of his weapons is the kicks. He's got vicious kicks.
Hyperextending the leg, snapping the hamstring.
Hard club to the back of Russ Taylor. And an elbow.
The leg attack of Romero has slowed Taylor and left him wide open. Chop into the chest, and now Rocky will make him run. Looking to dial up some forever clotheslines, Kozlov.
Ah, yeah, I remember these. I remember these all too well. Oh.
Always flirting with the girls, but Taylor catches him.
Oh. You got to be careful with a guy like Taylor.
Cobra twist.
There's not a lot of time for showmanship. with a dangerous guy like Russ Taylor. Ooh, hard elbows to the ribs of Rocky. Ooh.
Those exposed ribs were an easy target for Taylor to exploit. And now going back, tying up the arms, tying up the left arm, and driving elbows the side of the neck. That will affect the right arm as well, and the right arm now hammerlocked.
I love how he continues to use his elbows as a weapon. I mean, those things are like a knife. It's a little bit different than a punch. I mean, you can cut somebody open with an elbow.
Driving the elbow into the trapezius muscle, and now going back to the left arm. Again, Taylor, a lot of weapons. The style somewhat similar to that of Zack Sabre Jr., where he might not necessarily focus on one body part, but rather take the limb that is available.
That is not a bad game plan at all.
And now turning Rocky over, another submission hold here.
Just bending him like a rubber band.
And this is where the elbows on the right trap can affect that right arm. Meanwhile, the left arm, you see it in the hammerlock, grapevine by the legs. And Taylor stomping down again. This match born out of the tag team encounter that we saw with Taylor teaming with J.R. Kratos against Rocky Romero and Jeff Cobb. Kratos, the massive 300-pounder, eventually got the win over Rocky with the finisher that he calls the game changer. But the bad blood still simmering between Romero and Russ Taylor due to their ill-fated partnership back on Lions Break Collision. Rocky now trying to mix it up here.
Exchanging slaps to the face, and now with the knees to the gut. Rocky, out of frustration, fighting out. Shooting him into the corner and gets reversed. Catches the elbow.
Rocky springing to the second.
Oh, and catches him with a springboard tornado DDT.
So the DDT puts Russ Taylor down. And at the 5-minute mark, Rocky Romero looking for answers here. Unable to follow up after the DDT.
You got to wonder if Rocky has had a chance to fully recover from that powerbomb taken by J.R. Kratos. I mean, that was a vicious maneuver. You wonder where the conditions of these athletes.
Well, that's the thing with competing each and every week. You know, again, the reps are important. You don't want ring rust to settle in, but at the same time, how much time do you have to recover? Rest and recovery is such an important part of athletic development. As Russ Taylor, with Rocky wide open, a chop into the chest.
This is a dangerous position for Rocky Romero because Russ Taylor could suplex him, which is what he seems to be going for, from the top rope.
So Taylor trying to hook him, Rocky wrenching in and denying. Watch this now.
Grabbing the right arm of Russ Taylor and driving his knee. Injuring the left arm of Russ Taylor.
Soon as Russ Taylor stepped away from the rope, Rocky capitalized and drove all of his weight, the point of the knee down into the bicep. A setup for that future cross arm breaker that Rocky has used so effectively to gain submission victories throughout his career.
Well, this is exactly where Rocky wants Russ Taylor to be.
And now Rocky springboard, his part of the strong zero finisher. The drop kick from the top. And now he'll go for the cover. Is this enough to get the win? No, a kick out at 2.
Not enough to get the win here. What you're going to see Rocky is continue to work on the shoulder and arm of Russ Taylor. Send him up for the arm bar.
Rocky's such a worldwide star and an incredible name in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Everybody wants to make their name and reputation off of him, and that's what Russ Taylor's looking to do. He avoids the Shiranui out of the corner. Swing and a miss, though. O'Connor roll. Yes, he's got him. No!
Russ Taylor able to reverse that into a rear naked chokehold while triangling the body of Rocky Romero, cutting off all airflow.
And now using the legs to try to pull the arms away. Notice he's using Rocky's own arm. Wait a minute now. Rocky floats over.
Rocky able to reverse that into an arm bar. But Russ Taylor is holding on. He's very familiar with this grappling style. Oh, he's able to extend it. Russ Taylor needs to get to the rope ASAP.
And he
Good
does.
ring awareness.
Yeah, he does. Kozlov, he was in big trouble there. He realized Rocky had him, no doubt, when that arm went straight. And Taylor was able to scramble to get to that bottom rope, but Russ Taylor is in a great deal of pain, and Rocky continues on.
I mean, when the armbar is executed correctly, I mean, you don't have a lot of time before your elbow is completely dislocated and hyperextended. Continuing to work on the arm of Taylor. Taylor able to reverse it, catches him with the kick to the gut. Oh, wow. That was very Jean-Claude Van Damme-ish of him. Oh!
The head kick.
Knocking the spit out of Rocky. Will this be it?
2 and no!
Oh, wow.
A near fall. Russ Taylor cannot believe that Rocky's shoulders did not stay down for the 3.
I'm impressed myself because, I mean, Rocky could be knocked out. I mean, I'm not sure he knows where he is right now.
Well, Russ Taylor is wasting valuable time. First was John with the referee, and this is giving Rocky some ample time here that he needs, but he's still virtually out on his feet.
Able to roll him up out of nowhere. 2. Oh, close call.
Backslide. Backslide from Romero, driving the feet. Almost got it.
Rocky doing everything that he can to pull out the win. Catches him with the knee to the face and a hard slap. Catches him with it, able to get him with a cutter. Will this be it?
Leg is hooked. 2 and no.
What back and forth action by 2 men. Rocky, it's evident, is channeling his inner abuelita, the very same one that used to throw chanclas at the TV when they used to watch wrestling when he was a young little baby.
And now Taylor taking him right back, trying that unique rear naked choke again.
Pulling on the leg at the same time. Russ is such a submission specialist.
Uh-oh, Rocky trying to free himself. Rocky's had, and he taps out.
Wow, what a big win. What a big win.
10 minutes. Here is your winner, Russ Taylor.
Well, I'm going to chalk that up as an upset. I'll put that down as an upset because I had Rocky as the favorite to win.
I mean, I wouldn't say that it's so much an upset because Russ Taylor is an accomplished athlete himself, but certainly a very impressive win over a very decorated and experienced Rocky Romero.
So Russ Taylor getting a huge victory for his career.
Winner, Russ Taylor.
And I'm sure Rocky Romero will be searching for answers. We've got a tag team main event to come, but up next it's Jeff Cobb one-on-one versus J.R. Kratos. Get ready for that one.
After a 19-month hiatus, New Japan Pro Wrestling returns in front of a live audience in the USA. Featuring Juice Robinson, David Finlay, Rin Narita, Shota Umino, Hikuleo, Jay White, Carl Fredericks, Clark Connors, Alex Coughlin, TJP, Fred Rosser, Brody King, Chris Dickinson, Leo Rush, J.R. Kratos, Tom Lawler, Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows, John Moxley and more. August 14th, 2021 at Los Angeles Coliseum. Tickets on sale now.
What'd you up to?
Oh, I'm checking out new merch on Token Shop Global.
Oh yeah, they put out new products like every month. I just got a t-shirt.
I got a beautiful towel.
I just got boxers.
Oh yeah? I'm wearing them right now.
I just ordered a mask. Good, the sooner the better, because I don't want to see your ugly face. I love Token Shop Global.
I as well.
The stars of today and the legends of the past come together on your smartphone. NJPW Collection. Pick up cards from special draft events. Use your collected cards to form your own faction or exchange them for limited edition special cards. Check in live from venues or remotely from home to get special tickets and items. Add all of New Japan Pro Wrestling to your collection now. NJPW Collection.
We're moments away from Jeff Cobb one-on-one versus JR Kratos, but now a very special announcement.
New Japan Strong に新シリーズデトネーションが来週から開始。
Folks, are you ready? Kevin, I gotta do this. Ah, you know what that was? That was detonation.
And it gets underway next week. The road to detonation kicks off right here on New Japan Strong. Let's head to the ring. This is going to be physical.
第3試合15分一本勝負を行います。
Wow, the whole energy of the room has changed as the very impressive, the Satan himself is making his way to the ring. JR Kratos.
At 300 pounds plus, he is the largest athlete on the New Japan Strong roster and was very impressive in his debut tag team victory. But tonight, he faces the man he locked horns with during that tag team encounter, Jeff Cobb, who at 260 is giving up 40 pounds plus to JR Kratos. Two bulls will collide here in our semifinal match. Tonight, the Showdown Tour culminates. This is going to be a very physical encounter.
Well, we're about to see the clash of the Titans.
青コーナー187センチ137ジ・オストフィア JR Kratos!
So intimidating. I was wondering when I saw him at first, like, will he be able to deliver to the extent that he looks, because he looks so scary, and we saw what he was able to do when he got that power bomb, that German release power bomb on Rocky Romero. I mean, vicious monster.
Well, the question is, will JR Kratos be able to execute that same move to a man Jeff Cobb's size?
That is a good point.
Or will the Olympian be able to throw JR Kratos around? You know, we've seen Jeff Cobb, one of the strongest athletes, an incredible combination of strength and agility. But how will he be able to match up with JR Kratos?
I think the advantage that Cobb has over Kratos is his agility. He's faster, and we will see whether he's as strong as Kratos. Jeff Cobb standing in the middle of the ring doesn't seem too intimidated by the bigger man.
No, but certainly there is a lot of tension in the air. Cobb is confident, but JR Kratos focused and intense.
God, can we just take your jacket off? Let's get to it.
Yeah.
I don't like how much time it's taking. It's making me feel uneasy.
The referee checking JR Kratos, and now we'll go over and check Jeff Cobb as well. Perhaps final instructions being given to each athlete before the bell sounds. And this 1 fall 15-minute encounter is underway. Jeff Cobb came within an eyelash of defeating Kenta to be the rights holder certificate for the future U.S. heavyweight title shot. Our main event coming up next, it'll be David Finlay, who takes his best shot at Kenta as Kratos takes the side headlock on Jeff Cobb.
Tight headlock on Cobb. Is Cobb going to be able to even get out of this headlock? And he needs to pull he needs to pull the waist in order to gain momentum, as he does over here. Goes for the drop down. Leapfrog. Will he be able to connect with the drop kick? And he does. Not able to take the big man down.
Yeah, Kratos didn't even leave his feet, who comes forward again.
is met with a big elbow and a knife-edge chop and a European.
Cobb was the flag bearer for Guam in the Olympics. Cobb competed in amateur wrestling. A great amateur through the high school ranks, competed in college for getting the call to represent Guam. Look at the agility, though, from Kratos.
You're right. Rolling him off of him. Oh, and catches him with a vicious clothesline.
Kratos is one of those guys where he just moves forward. His straight line speed is fine for an athlete his size.
Oh, you're right. I mean, I'm impressed with what he just did. I mean, the way that he leapt over Jeff Cobb and was able to take the head off Jeff Cobb, and now very methodically picking apart at him.
And now Kratos will set Cobb for a vertical suplex.
Wow, look at the power on him.
Look at him holding the 260-pound Jeff Cobb, the stalling vertical suplex. Kratos goes for a cover. Center of the ring and a kick out at 2.
Now with those stalling suplexes, it's not just for show. I mean, when you're upside down, hanging like that, blood rushes down to your head and you get lightheaded. And then on top of it, you get slammed powerfully. That is a very effective suplex when executed correctly.
And Kratos taking advantage, continuing to pour the pressure on. We saw J.R. Kratos and Russ Taylor as the cornermen for Tom Lawler. Lawler had taken interest in both athletes during the tag team match with Cobb and Rocky Romero, Kratos and Taylor a couple of weeks ago. And now Cobb off the ropes, and a clothesline puts J.R. Kratos down.
And there's your receipt, Kratos. You're messing with Cobb here.
Cover. Barely a 1 count.
Wow. It's going to take a lot more to keep that man down. Cobb needs to, while he has Kratos on his butt, he needs to keep him there by any means necessary. Do not let that man up.
And a 2 count. He's going to keep him down, continue to...
Barely anything over there as Kratos just pushes Cobb away. Cobb realizing it's going to take a lot more work to keep the big man down.
A heavyweight slugfest we're seeing here in our semifinal. Kratos creating some distance and a boot into the midsection of Cobb, who continues to come forward himself.
A headbutt to the gut and a chop.
And a straight right hand to the top of the head. And now Cobb is going to look to suplex J.R. Kratos.
Will he be able to? Kratos staying ground, not allowing Cobb to suplex him. Able to shoot him off to the opposite side of the ring. Will he be able to connect with the... Oh, not able to connect with the back elbow. Kratos moves out of the way, and a big elbow, jumping elbow of his own. Oh, and a spinning clothesline.
The biggest of the big here on New Japan Strong, J.R. Kratos.
Oh, and look at him just suplex toss Cobb on the other side of the ring.
That's usually Cobb doing the tossing, too, and a kick out.
It's very true. You don't really see Cobb being manhandled like this too often. Well, this is what you get. This is what you get in New Japan Strong, this level of competition. Kratos is here for a reason.
He'll try another pinning combination here, and again another kick out at 2. We've seen a little bit of everything so far here on the broadcast. A great tag team opener, a very scientific match between Russ Taylor and Rocky Romero, with Taylor getting the upset, and now a battle of the bulls here at the 5-minute mark. Kratos looking to put Jeff Cobb away. And what a feather in Kratos' cap would be to get the victory. Oh, pulls him in and connects.
What a European uppercut. Will he be able to pick him up?
Wow!
Wow, that was so impressive.
Olympic slam, and he follows up with a moonsault. Standing moonsault from Jeff Cobb. The cover, 2, and a kick out.
Wow. Impressive attacks by Cobb. You can see he's breathing heavily because he's taking a lot of damage from a very powerful Kratos.
And you got to exert so much energy to move Kratos around just a little bit. But the explosion there from Jeff Cobb, super impressive.
Trying to go for a power slam. Kratos holds on to the rope, catches him with a back elbow. And Cobb able to hoist him on the shoulder, but Kratos goes behind and goes for a submission maneuver.
I wonder if Tom Lawler has been talking to JR Kratos, teaching him any techniques and tricks before this matchup. Wait a minute, too.
Ooh, Cobb able to roll backwards to get that pin, but not quite enough.
Chokeslam coming up. Cobb breaks the grip.
Oh, a vicious, vicious jumping knee. Oh, and a body slam.
With emphasis, too, and another kick out, another near fall. But you get the feeling that JR Kratos is on the doorstep of a huge victory.
I mean, and what a win that would be for him, and what a win it would be for Team Filthy.
Oh, look at this now. He's going for the game changer.
Cobb able to push him off. Rolls him up.
Inside cradle, two.
Oh, barely. Almost a 3 count, but not quite. They both meet with clotheslines, but both men still up. Now just sending the message to each other that, no, you can't take me down. No, you can't take me down. Both frustrated. Oh, and Cobb stumbles to his knees. Oh, I don't like the look on the face of Kratos.
Kratos trying to hit the ropes, but it's snap German suplex.
Wow, oh my God, look at the monster.
He's on his feet. Cobb can't believe it.
Oh my God. No freaking way.
Got him. 1, 2, 3.
wow.
Tour of the Islands from Jeff Cobb gets the win.
Wow.
Time, 7 minutes and 30
Hang on a second.
Wait a minute.
Russ Taylor coming down.
Jeff Cobb.
Russ Taylor, the tag team partner of Kratos, part of Team Filthy here on New Japan Strong. Attacking Cobb after the bell.
Well, Cobb hasn't taken enough damage, and now Filthy Tom Lawler gets in the ring.
Lawler coming in. A 3-on-1 attack here. Wait a second. Here's Fred Rosser. Fred Rosser jumping in to come to the aid.
Oh, good. Now he's got an... All hell is breaking loose. You remember the matchup that Fred Rosser had with Lawler. Both men just destroyed each other. And Rocky comes in to help.
Rocky Romero jumping back into the fight.
And now Lawler is battling with Rocky while Russ Taylor has...
Oh, you better watch out, Rocky. Get on your horse. Hold on a second.
Oh, okay. Daniel Limelight in the house.
Oh, what the hell? Danny Limelight
What was that?
Danny Limelight came down, looked like he was going to partner up with Rocky, but instead, Danny Limelight, wait a minute, PJ Black's got a chair.
PJ Black comes to the rescue of the fallen Rocky Romero and Jeff Cobb. I mean, what was that? Is that the fate that Daniel Limelight just chose for himself? Is he on Team Filthy?
Danny Limelight, who had been certainly Rocky Romero said he would keep an eye on him and would help him out. He was very impressed with the young athlete. But it looks as if Danny Limelight is thrown in with Team Filthy. Tom Lawler, JR Kratos, Russ Taylor, and Danny Limelight. But some forces coming together. Well, Jeff Cobb, Fred Rosser, Rocky Romero, and PJ Black. It looks like lines in the sand have been drawn.
I mean, my God. I mean, so unexpected. Rocky Romero takes Daniel Limelight under his wings, you know, gives him advice, looks after him, and Daniel Limelight just turns his back, joining Team Filthy. I mean, he certainly chose his fate.
Well, it looks like there's a commonality here between these four, and sides have been drawn. Looks like the month of December is going to be hot here on New Japan Strong, and we'll see what happens. Our main event is next.
I made it to the New Japan Cup Finals, and I fell short. I didn't anticipate this. I fully believed I was gonna win. I still believe I can beat Kenta. I know I can beat Kenta.
He's good, but he's not on my level. I'm gonna beat him again. It's easy. Easy match for me.
For some reason, I didn't expect him to cheat. I expected him to honor the fact that this was a finals of a tournament and see who's the better man, and he didn't do that. I learned that Kenta has no moral fiber.
I don't care. I gotta do what I want to do. Like I say, shut up.
Last time I faced Kenta, I was focusing more on strength training. This time I went back to the drawing board, started working with my dad again. I feel like my wrestling is more tuned up. I feel like I can take Kenta. I can beat him this time. I will beat him this time.
I'm gonna be the next IWGP US champ.
お待たせしました。本日のメインイベント IWGP US ヘビー級挑戦権利書マッチ30分一本勝負を行います。
The balance of our broadcast hour will go to our main event. David Finlay versus Kenta, the rights holder certificate for the future U.S. Heavyweight Championship shot.
Well, Kevin, the pressure is on. It's for the marbles. I mean, if David Finlay can pull out a win against Kenta, he gets to get the briefcase and challenge for the U.S. IWGP Heavyweight Championship. The stakes are high.
Finlay made the finals of the New Japan Cup tournament. Kenta wound up getting the win. But a very confident David Finlay enters the arena and will look to claim singles glory.
You gotta wonder and also have a concern for where the rest of the Bullet Club members are gonna be. Are they gonna accompany Kenta? Or are they gonna stay behind the curtain, ready at a moment's notice to be there to support Kenta? This is the problem that we're facing with Bullet Club.
And let's see if we get an answer to those questions, Kozlov. Let's see if Kenta comes out alone or he has some Bullet Club backup. Obviously, Kenta wants that U.S. title shot, needs to successfully defend the contract that he earned by winning the New Japan Cup USA tournament.
Okay, I don't see anybody else right now. This is good. This is looking good. At the same time, I'm fully aware that the rest of the Bullet Club members could be just behind the curtain.
Well, there is so much at stake here and so much on the line. You would hope that these two athletes would be able to settle it among themselves. Kenta saying, this is mine, but perhaps for not much longer. Will Kenta be able to defeat David Finlay and maintain control of his own destiny heading towards a future U.S. heavyweight title shot?
And in a way, I do believe that it's his destiny. I really do. I mean, I think it's Kenta's time. I am also aware that it's unfair in the way that he's doing it. I have a kind of love-hate relationship with Kenta. I mean, I love the punishment that he unleashes because I'm not in there. I'm just watching it and I'm enjoying it. But I don't like that kind of group mentality, you know, that is Bullet Club and the monopoly. I don't like monopolies.
So referee Jeremy Marcus will be our official here for our main event as we conclude the Showdown Tour. And Jeremy Marcus hoisting the briefcase, alerting everyone that that is what is at stake. It's not a championship, but rather a championship opportunity that both men are fighting for.
I mean, this is one of the biggest tests for David Finlay. Kenta, on the other hand, has had battles such as this for all of his career. He's been there and done that. So I know that he's feeling very confident, especially knowing that Bullet Club members are probably lurking around somewhere close.
Kenta letting the air out of the ball. He's going to look to dictate the pace here. He knows that Finlay came very close to defeating Kenta in the finals of the New Japan Cup USA tournament. Kenta successfully defending the briefcase as well against Jeff Cobb. But David Finlay earned this shot by eliminating Kenta in an elimination tag team match. And New Japan matchmakers quickly seized upon that opportunity and put these two men together in a briefcase challenge match.
I love the irony in Kenta pleading the ref to gain control of this match so that Finlay follows the rules. Well, as we will see, Kenta break all of them.
Side headlock, David Finlay. Fourth generation of fighting Finlay. Kenta rolls the shoulders of Finlay down for just a 1 count. Finlay maintains control. His great-grandfather was a shipbuilder, worked on the Titanic.
Oh, wow.
And they would fight over pints of Guinness on their lunch hour. That was how his fighting career began. His grandfather was a pioneer of amateur wrestling in Northern Ireland, and of course his father, legendary Fit Finlay.
Isn't that interesting, the origins of a fighter?
How it all begins.
Back generations.
And all those Guinness pints. No wonder the Titanic was such a great ship. Up and over, Finlay hits the ropes. Kenta with the thought of a hip toss, but the reversal and a hip toss of his own from David Finlay. Reversal, and Finlay hits the corner buckle hard. Bulldog, Kenta jammed into the mat. Marcus counts 2.
With urgency.
Yeah, and a kick out.
Now, if I were Finlay, I would try to focus on the one body part of Kenta, whether it be the back or the legs of Kenta, to neutralize the weapons.
Road to Detonation begins next week here on New Japan Strong as Kenta fires a shot in the midsection and Finlay starting to fire up.
You got to be aggressive with somebody like Kenta. You got to stay on top of him. You don't want to let him up. Shoots him off the rope. Goes for a clothesline, but Kenta holds on and rolls out.
So Kenta rolls out of bounds and will take some time here. Finlay is going to go out after him.
Good. This is what you need to do. Don't let Kenta breathe. You can't let him breathe.
And Finlay going after Kenta to get him back into the ring.
Exactly. This is good. Stay on top of him. Stay on top of him. Continue to unload attacks.
5.
And referee Jeremy Marcus starting to count to alert both athletes to get back into the ring. Good call there by the ref.
And Kenta just rolls out the other way. I mean, he's just trying to buy himself some time to recover.
Wait a minute. Kenta going under the ring. One of the spare chairs for our timekeepers held underneath there. And referee had gotten shoved away by Finlay, whose frustration was starting to build, and a steel chair into the head. So David Finlay has been struck by a steel chair from Kenta, and exactly what you said, Kozlov. Kenta will break all the rules if necessary to maintain control of that U.S. title shot.
Where did Kenta learn to become such a cheater? Where did he learn to be so sneaky? I mean, he's so well aware of what the referee is doing. It's fascinating. I mean, he is the master at it.
Well, Kenta sold his soul to become a part of Bullet Club.
Well, that's what it seems like. He definitely sold his soul because I don't think that he needs to cheat. He's fully capable of beating his opponents without the use of cheating.
Well, Kenta had started fast in the G1 Climax tournament a year ago, but then couldn't buy a victory down the stretch. And then on the final night of the G1 Climax tournament in August of 2019, he betrayed Katsunori Shibata and joined Bullet Club. Shibata, of course, was instrumental in getting Kenta into New Japan Pro Wrestling, getting him in to the G1 tournament. But I guess Kenta realized he needed that extra edge, and that's when he made the deal to join Bullet Club.
Well, I mean, look, I don't love everything about Bullet Club, but I can't argue with his decision. I mean, it's such a powerful faction. I mean, that's who you want to align yourself with
5 minutes
to ensure success. As he is going, kicking away at Finlay, choking him in a corner, and I'm sure he's going to take advantage of all the 4 seconds that he's got. He's very well aware of how many seconds he's got, how long he can cheat for.
Again, Kenta used a steel chair to seize control of this match. It had been all David Finlay since the opening bell. Now Finlay off the ropes, and a rear naked choke here.
Drags him down to the floor as he torques on that chin lock.
The technique is perfect here, wouldn't you agree?
I mean, look at the arch. Look at the way that he pops his hips out to put more pressure over the neck of Finlay. Finlay's going out. I mean, he needs to get to the rope. You can see he's getting red in the face, and before you know it, he's going to go blue. He needs to reach over to that rope.
He is trying. He is close.
He's going. He's going. Look at the face of Finlay. He's going.
He's going out. He's going out.
Oh,
and Finlay with
wow.
one last desperate grasp goes for the rope and gets it.
He's still in. He's still in.
I mean, he's half conscious, but that took a toll on him. Of course, Kenta's going to take advantage of that with a hard knee to the back of the neck, which I don't think should be illegal, dropping knees on the back of the neck of an opponent. But that's just a personal opinion. Too dangerous of a move. Finlay able to find some heart and energy in him to unload on some attacks of his own. Able to get the back suplex on Kenta.
Boy, in just the nick of time, because Kenta was ready to lock in that rear naked choke again, and that probably would have been it for Finlay. But instead, the back suplex. Now both men are down.
This is good for Finlay. He needs a little bit of time to recover.
The U.S. Heavyweight Challenger, right certificate, the contract for that future U.S. title shot, lives inside the red briefcase. Kenta owns it, but Finlay looks to win it away here from Kenta in our main event.
Kenta reverses. Oh, and is met with a back jumping elbow by Finlay. Finlay's gearing up for an attack in the corner and goes for a back elbow in the corner. Going to the top. Will he be able to connect with his signature European uppercut? And is able to connect. Now if he can just cover him. 1, 2. Oh, not quite.
Almost got him there. Almost got him.
He needs to get on top of Kenta while Kenta's down. It's of vital importance. Do it. Do it, Finlay.
Finlay looking for the Uranagi backbreaker. Kenta freeing himself. Driving elbows. Hits the ropes. Elbow puts him down.
And a senton. Go.
Finlay, cover, 2, and a kick out again.
Right. And you can see the damage that he's taken on the neck. You know, he just needs to capitalize on the down Kenta while he has the chance. Looks like he's going for a suplex, but Kenta able to hold his ground and block the suplex. And a few slaps to the gut of Finlay. Cradling him.
Fisherman suplex coming up. No.
Oh. Kenta lands behind him. Catches Finlay with the boot.
And now Kenta heads to the top.
And going for the spinning top rope. Pull down, and he's going to the top for his drop kick. Will he be able to connect? Finlay. Oh, it's a clothesline. Okay.
The clothesline onto Finlay. Kenta in control. Jeremy Marcus 2 and a kick out.
2, shoulders up. 3. No, 2.
Kenta frustrated that he wasn't able to get the pin. This is around the time when we started seeing some tricks.
Yeah, I keep looking at, I'm guilty of it myself, Kozlov. I keep looking somewhere around to see if there's a hint of a Bullet Club member making their way slowly towards the ring, but none as of yet. It has been Kenta all by himself battling. And now the Green Killer here. The draping DDT driving Finlay down. Is this enough? Has he done it? No, another kick out. And Kenta's frustrated right now.
Finlay showing a lot of heart.
Could be time for Finlay to go to sleep. Up on the shoulders. Finlay realizes it.
Catches him with a big elbow. And now they're trading elbows.
Finlay's got to be careful here. Kenta is a world-class striker.
10 minutes have elapsed.
That's a good point. Finlay needs to be a little bit more elusive. And able to get the upper hand, landing a consecutive amount of strikes. Going for a card clothesline, but Kenta catches him with a DDT.
So another DDT on David Finlay. But Kenta unable to follow up.
And just when you start getting going with Kenta, Kenta is able to catch somebody and gain the upper hand. And you can see Kenta gearing up for his running dropkick in a corner.
And as Finlay starts to pull himself up, here he comes in with the boot.
And Finlay follows him with a back elbow in the other corner.
Kenta expected Finlay to be down in the corner, but Finlay instead came forward, puts him down with a clothesline, a surprise here too, and a kick out.
Impressive tenacity by Finlay. Will he be able to pick him up and drive him into the knee, and he's able to connect?
Last shot by Finlay, last shot by Finlay too.
Oh, what a close count. My God, I am loving the tenacity of David Finlay.
A rematch from the New Japan Cup finale won by Kenta. But David Finlay is getting closer and closer to defeating Kenta for the first time.
He's getting close. I mean, his resiliency is paying off. I mean, you can tell that he came prepared.
Now going to walk the ropes, prima nocta, no.
Not quite able to connect.
Watch out, almost running him into referee Jeremy Marcus, avoiding disaster there.
Catches him with a back elbow, knocking Kenta to the floor.
Come on.
Waiting for Kenta to get up as he winds for a big attack. And
now just blatantly pulling the referee into the path of David Finlay. Come on. And another DDT.
I do not like the smell in the air. I do not like the way that this is smelling. The referee is down, and Kenta is going for something. Where is he going? Where is he going? What weapon is he gonna? Is he gonna attack him with a briefcase?
I think that's the plan here. Surveying the landscape, realizing that the referee is not going to be able to see this here, and Kenta will wind and fire. No, swing and a miss.
Kenta able to duck out of the way, catches him with a stunner.
Floats over, 1, 2, but there's no referee. A visual pinfall for David Finlay.
We've seen this before, and again, the referee is down when it counts most.
Again, Jeremy Marcus got plowed into by Finlay.
It's like when Kenta senses that he's in trouble, he sets himself up for these kinds of situations where the referee just is not around.
Oh, wait a minute now. Finlay wondered if he thought about using that briefcase. Oh, come on, a low blow by Kenta.
God, and what we've been seeing in the weeks past, the same techniques used. He just low-blowed Finlay, and now he's winding up to hit him with a briefcase, unable to connect. Did you hear the sound of that?
Crushes him with the briefcase, shoving the evidence out of the ring. David Finlay is down.
He's out. He is out. This is it.
Jeremy Marcus now finally able to come to, and he'll go for the cover. 2, and
oh my God! I cannot believe that Finlay was able to. How was he able to come to in the nick of time? So resilient. I'm just shocked.
PK on the way.
Hard kick to the chest.
Finlay still defenseless though at this point. And now we'll pick him up on the shoulders. Here we go. Go to sleep.
That is it.
Bang.
That is it.
And it is over. Kenta successfully retains the U.S. Heavyweight Championship right certificate holder contract.
And still holder of the IWGP.
He is able to secure himself
contract.
A title shot against Moxley by any means necessary. I mean, my God, how desperate is he?
Once again, your winner of the match
in his pursuits to win the IWGP US Heavyweight Championship. He will do anything.
David Finlay should have his hand raised, and he should be the one holding that contract. He had the visual pinfall on Kenta. He had Kenta beat, but there was no referee to count 3.
I mean, come on, we need to have some kind of replay policy, instated. I mean, this is ridiculous. Bullet Club is just having their way with all the guys in New Japan. I mean, is this even right? Is this just? I guess there's no justice with the Bullet Club.
So Kenta again victorious. And we got a feeling we're counting down the days as Kenta faced all of his challengers. Will the U.S. heavyweight title match against champion Jon Moxley be signed? So Kenta will head to the back and we will hear some post-match comments from the victorious Kenta.
いや、危ねえ。危ねえ。座れよ。座れよ。sit down. Finlay. Almost. Almost. You did a good job. But unfortunately, you are not on my level. If we got the next time, same result, okay?
Kenta does it once again, Kozlov.
I mean, you can't be happy with the way that he won this match. I mean, this is a travesty.
Well, again, a win is a win is a win. But Kenta overcomes David Finlay, and next week, the road to detonation gets underway, and after all that wild action that we saw with Team Filthy, who knows what could be brewing on the Detonation Tour. For Alex Kozlov, I'm Kevin Kelly. We'll see you next week right here on New Japan Strong.